What's going on, family? Mad Franchise, Jake Claxton, and Miss Cassandra Vaughn.
I got
Love
my
and
whole first name, my whole government out there today.
that's your name.
No, you good. Just thank
That's your name. Love and Business on Lock podcast. We having some fun, and a lot of times we bring a lot of. We're privy to have
Dope friends,
some great friends, and some great places, and that sort of thing. So these are we broke bread. We've been in each other's houses. We come from the same places.
We work together,
and you guys work together. And I'm trying to wait to work with this gentleman, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. None other than Trey and Aisha Chaney. What's going on, family? How y'all feeling?
We feeling good.
We're good, man. Peace, man. Everything is peace.
I feel like I need some glasses on. Look at
We
that.
really feeling good.
Y'all look like $1 million. So I want to say that, okay? Y'all really do look like $1 million. And I'm dressed down. I should have dressed up for the occasion. I'm on my skateboard right now, man. My Vans hat backwards. You know what I mean? My tee. You know what I'm saying? My flight jacket.
I'm on my Black Panther, man.
No, I see you, man. Hey, look, we need it. We need it. And actually, I want to actually talk to you guys, and I want to actually consult with Cassandra because I saw something recently about Trump and what he said, and I'm not sure if it's a ploy. I'm not sure if it's right. So I just want to touch bases with you guys later on because basically he said Congress gave him a 5,000.
Oh no. Yeah, I know exactly what you said.
Bill.
Yeah.
And none of it had anything to do with us, the people of the United States. So I do want to talk about that as well. You know what I mean?
I feel like I need some glasses on.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't know, you got a bunch of dope glasses as well. And you let Aisha go in on you on the glasses game. Hey, listen, go in.
Y'all are so funny.
I can't see it on my glasses. I can't see y'all right now.
Listen, apply all the pressure.
No, we're not doing that.
Listen,
you get started, you have
apply all the pressure.
That's not what we're doing tonight.
She should have had her glasses on. Apply the pressure.
Need them glasses, girl.
Yeah, she ready to go get it. Look, she had left, exit stage left, and she wanted to go get the glasses. But
good.
How y'all making out? You know,
man, we 100% good, man. Okay. Everything has just been it's funny since the last time we seen each other. It's some type of wave and flow that just started happening, man. I know it's the universe. I know it's God, and everything has just been good. It got like super busy. That's what happened.
Hopefully we put that good energy on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we put that good energy on y'all. I tell real talk. I didn't mean to break away from that, but I tell her to wear her glasses all the time. I'm not sure.
I don't know why you don't wear them. Why you don't wear your glasses?
I don't know.
She can't see, so I don't know why she don't wear them. She really can't see.
Your glasses,
well, so honestly, the real reason why I don't wear them a lot is because if I have on eyelashes, it hurts.
Oh, okay.
Like the glasses,
Well,
they push them.
Why you don't wear?
I don't wear them. I got a drawer full of them. Know how to do them.
I'm against them. I am against them. He'll tell you, I'm against them.
Listen, that's the price you pay for beauty.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's the price you pay. Heels, all of that.
For women, for women.
I will wear the heels.
Look, that is the price you pay to maintain your sexy.
Now, I don't have to wear lashes to maintain my sexy.
Listen, I'm sorry that y'all got to be sexy.
I was born
we just got to be
way.
handsome. But y'all, it's the price
I
you
don't
pay.
need lashes for that. I was born that
way. Price you pay. Listen, no. Let's get back to our guest.
Okay.
Again, you said you're being busy. Everything has been moving. Things are, really falling into place in the way they're supposed to. So if you want to bring us up to, first and foremost, before you bring us up to speed, just in case somebody was living under a rock and doesn't know what you have contributed to the game, entertainment, TV, movies, that sort of thing. This is your shameless plug for you to tell everybody exactly all the projects that you have been on, just in case they have been under a rock.
All right. So for anybody that's watching right now, I'm Trey Chaney. Many of you all may know me as Poop from the HBO series The Wire. I'm currently starring as Kendrick on Bounce TV's hit show Saints and Sinners.
Yes.
I got a bunch of projects coming out this year. This is my beautiful wife, Aisha Chaney, who I've been married to for 16 years. We have 2 amazing kids, a son named Malachi, a daughter named Martina, and we have a granddaughter named Morocco. And we are the Chaney family. And we are just happy to be on with our brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? On Love on Lock.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Black excellence at its finest.
Yes.
You understand that? Black excellence at its finest. Born and raised in the DMV. Locate in the South right now.
Yeah.
Where it's happening at. So it makes sense. So
I was born and raised in DC.
She was born
not
in
DMV.
Oh my goodness.
So you know what?
DC.
To be honest, I actually hate the DMV word because I'm not. I mean, even though Baltimore is a city in Maryland,
yes,
but I'm from Baltimore. Like I'm not from no county, Anne Arundel County, none of that.
Nope.
I'm born and raised, bred from the 410-443. You know, we're a special breed. If you make it out that,
that's
if you make it out that, you made it out.
Shout out to Bashay Williams, who's joining us, who probably needs to give all of us some therapy right now. Bashay's on, guys.
Who's doing right now?
You see, Bashay popped up and said, "Hey, family."
Hey, Bashay, what's up, brother? Hey, man.
He probably needs to give us all therapy right now.
I told Bashay the other day, man. I hit him in his DM. I said, man, I'm just inspired by that brother, man. That's my man right there.
I'm trying to tell you.
Met in passing, but I gotta meet him face to face and really, connect with him.
Right.
Okay.
No, good dude. We can make it. We can make that happen.
Make that happen for us.
Absolutely.
We'll make that happen. And he has a beautiful wife as well.
Well, they know Tara.
Oh, that's our family.
Yeah, they know Tara.
Right.
Yeah, so, that's our family right there, Tara.
Yeah.
Right. We celebrate Black excellence, and I really make sure, or we make sure that when we have guests on the show, we are not here to talk about any negative energy, anything you've been through. Just we don't do clickbait interviews. We don't do that. We are here to celebrate Black folks, Black love, Black business. We're just here to celebrate positivity. So again, that's the reason why we had you guys on. And I want you to bring us up to speed with exactly what you guys have going on right now before we start really rapping, because we can rap for an hour and a half just catching up. So please bring everybody up to speed with what is going on currently right now with you guys.
Well, y'all know we just actually celebrating 16 years of marriage, November 24th, and
congrats.
Of course, thank you. And, even with the whole pandemic quarantine, we still were able to, exchange gifts, give each other, just to show each other love and take our son out to dinner and with the circumstances that's going on. And then, of course, just being, both of us being busy in our fields, you know what I'm saying? She has a huge responsibility on what she does. I have a huge responsibility on what I do in the entertainment business as an actor, artist, motivational speaker, and running the Chaney Vision Entertainment company. Because we both run that. When it comes to cranking out the merchandise with the T-shirts, with the books, and just my everyday traveling experiences still during this pandemic. But overall, it's been a blessing. Like I was telling Jay before we even got into the interview, this has been with the pandemic starting in March all the way now, we're looking at almost going into the new year of 2021. 2020 was almost, I want to call it a blessing in disguise, because it really had everybody sit down and lock into who we were as people, individually. Whether we were married, whether you got people out there that's married or in relationships and that, but it helps you to lock into who you were as an individual. And for us, the love really it grew even stronger. You know what I'm saying? For our family, like we always speak about, you know, our 2 kids, but we got a granddaughter now, Morocco, who we're very proud of. We're very proud of our daughter Martina, proud of our son Malachi. The example of, you know, what my parents said. I just threw me and my sister and my aunt threw a big party for them for their 40-year anniversary, Skippany Lane.
Okay.
You know, so it's almost like that type of bond and love that we have towards one another as husband and wife. You know, it goes a long way. It passes down.
It's crazy because you guys don't look like grandparents. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, when you look at grandparents in the dictionary, I really don't see you 2 guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see that at all. I know it's a blessing. I'm just saying that you guys don't look like the average grandparents. That's it. You know.
Well,
thank you, Jay, my brother.
You know, you don't look like the average grandparents
at all.
What I wanna ask is for Aisha, being as though your husband is so successful in the entertainment field, how do you manage that? How do you guys make it work? How you just celebrate an anniversary? How do you make it work? Because you make it work. He's working, you're working, but I know you make it work.
You are the CEO.
Right. I know you make it work.
I guess it comes from our strong bond. We are best friends.
Right.
We're soulmates, so we just click. So when he travels or when he has to shoot or, you know, do anything else outside of the house, I don't feel empty or intimidated or wondering what he's doing, you know, stuff like that. I trust him.
Right.
So
most of the time,
because we talk about that a lot, and it's funny because I feel like recently we've been getting these questions like, you know, how do you guys manage and how do you guys make it work? And we get that a lot. So before we go any further, what advice do you have for anybody in a relationship where their significant other is successful in their craft and they're working hard? And like, what advice do you give them? Because sometimes that's hard. People tend to get with somebody because they love what they do and they're successful. Then they get in and be like, and they can't handle it. Why you not home? You know, you met me busting my ass. So in order for me to feed the family, I got to do, you know, what I've been doing. So what advice do you have for them?
Advice? I would say you gotta trust. You gotta be you gotta compromise. That's one.
Right.
So we got in our relationship like that. I already knew what he was doing. He was already on a show, and I was doing what I was doing. Right. He don't try to interfere with what I'm doing, and I don't try to interfere with what he's doing.
Creatively.
Right. So I can understand him as an artist because he can understand me as an artist.
Yeah.
Right.
So most people in those type of relationships, when they're with a person that's an artist and they're not, they don't know how to deal with it.
And that's
because they're not artists. They haven't tapped into what they need to tap into.
That's what I say to Jay all the time. That creators, you have to be with someone where you really understand. I understand the hesitation that you had when he said advice, because when people ask us, I'm like, I don't know. This is just how we live. I don't. Like, it's not really. I don't have any advice. Like, this is my best friend. I know what he does. You know, if he doesn't do it, I don't eat. You know, if he doesn't do it, I don't get nice things.
Well, you know, we gotta see. This is the thing, right? I am a firm believer that if you spend some time with us, right? If you spend some time with us, you know, however long we're gonna be on, we don't really time this. We just kind of let it go naturally. But whatever time that you are on, smoking a cigar too. I mean, I just feel
look down like
smoking a cigar.
What are you doing over there?
I was looking down like, what is happening?
you know, I just want to make sure that we give, you know, that individual that is watching the food. You understand what I'm saying? If you spending 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes of your day, because you can't get the time back. So I want to make sure that we give them the food. It has to be, they have to learn something. We have to either entertain them or we have to, you know, give them the food for them to learn something. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to waste your time. Like, you can't get that back. One day you can't get back. That's why I always got to watch on, because I can't get my time back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Can't get it back. Yeah, can't get it back. Trey, let me ask you something. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm just.
You really are. You just like hug the whole. I mean, like they really are my friends. Right. Like I knew Trey before you did. I feel a certain way.
Interview.
Right. I'm sitting there like, well,
take over that interview, man.
Listen, no, I know. I'm sorry. Again, I just want to make sure we give that
let's
person.
Let's give them what they want.
Yeah, the food. That's it. So Trey, what do you actually for men like? What do you really want tell men that are in relationships, that are trying to keep these relationships together, that are trying to keep their family together? Like, what advice do you have for them? I know for myself, because excuse my French, I fuck so much shit up. You know,
not with me.
You know what I mean? Before, I'm just saying in the past. You know, I try to tell my brothers or just, you know, anybody, yo, stop running out there looking for something because you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. Yo, the grass is not always green on the other side. You dig what I'm saying? You might just have a new set of problems. You know what I mean? You might not have this set of problems, but you got another set of problems. You know what I mean? So,
answer the question.
What did
the sound go out?
No, we can hear you.
Y'all sound went down. Hold up.
Let me turn it up.
Y'all good?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Y'all good now.
Okay.
So you know what, to be honest with you, Jay, for me, it's not about giving the advice, it's about setting the example. So I set the example in movement. You know, they see how I move. Right. And just, you know, what I always talk to people all the time about how I truly feel. For me, my blessings don't just come from me being out there going crazy, being all wild or whatever. My blessings come from, you know, having my queen, having my wife, my kids, my granddaughter. My blessings come from me being committed to them and, you know, putting God first and then putting them, you know, first before anything. Because a lot of guys don't understand, man, like the feminine energy, when it comes to a woman, women can send men to heaven for real, in any type of way that you may think about that. You know, I mean, a lot of my accolades and rewards and things that I've received have been with Aisha, you know, and her giving me the greatest advice on certain things in this industry and just being supportive, because that goes back to what y'all was asking her as far as how she deals with what I do. The number one thing is she supports it. She supports what I do. Right. You know, and that's from everything. You know, a lot of people look at us and they be like, how did y'all make it so long? And it's really, like she said, with best friends, with soulmates, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, I love the fact that they, as females, see stuff that we don't see.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a third eye.
Yeah. Y'all see stuff that we do not see.
Yeah.
And you know,
that's the truth.
Our boys can't see it. Half the time it's our boys that's giving us, unfortunately, you know, that really doesn't mean us any well-being, any good. You know what I mean?
Right.
You guys, I mean, you as the female see it, because there's no jealousy. You aren't trying to be, you're not trying to be Trey. She's not trying to be Jay. It's
right.
I see it, like, because I know Cassandra would be like, listen, I just want to tell you, be careful, pay attention, pay attention. Yep. She ain't even, and she might even know something, but she want me to see it for myself. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yo, pay attention. Yeah. And then a month, 2 later, 3 months later, however it lay out. You're like, damn, yo, you was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was right. And the great part is she like, I didn't want to be right. But unfortunately, that's what it is. Like, I didn't want to be right. Like, I didn't want to be, I told you so, I told you so. She just like, I saw it and I heard this, and so it's a blessing. It really is a blessing to have y'all in our corner. You know what I mean? It really is.
Yeah, facts, man. And like you said earlier, man, it's and you know what? Another thing too that I was definitely gonna mention probably later on in the interview when y'all continue to ask us these questions was even the move, moving to Atlanta from Washington, D.C. That was something that was inspired by Aisha. I always remind people of that because people see, they see one side. They see everything that I'm doing, right? But they don't understand. I know none of this would be happening if me and her didn't have that heart-to-heart talk back in DC about me making a jump and me not being content with staying in DC and really trying to jump out here and get down to business. She knows her husband. She knows who I am. She knows I'm a hustler. She knows how I speak to people, how we, I bond with people. My energy connects before I even speak. Right. So she knew bringing that to ATL would be what it is now. Even if it wouldn't have been, though. That's the crazy thing. Even if it wouldn't have been what it is, we'd still be here. We'd still be here going on. Right. We've been in those situations where we had to come up out the mud, together. And I mean, once we understood that and nothing broke that bond or broke, any type of hustle that we had, it all worked out. And I always, and anytime y'all hear me speak, I give it up for my wife for helping me to overcome that fear and do that,
Right. You miss 1,000% of the shots you don't take. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you really do. I'm a sports guy, so you miss 1,000% of the shots you don't take. So shoot. I mean, at the end of the day, home is going to be home. If you jump and you fall and it don't work, you can go back, dust yourself off, and go back and shoot it again.
Exactly.
And you got a lesson out of it. You know what I'm saying? So now, okay, you know what? This happened, so I'm gonna move this way. And I was talking to this person, and this person wasn't no good. I mean, you get the lessons out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You find out. Because we made the same move that you guys did 4 years later. And so you really find out who your partner is. And, for me, I felt like it strengthened our bond. Not that we didn't have a healthy bond anyway, but I just felt like it strengthened our bond. For me, it's always amazing because I'm watching how he has evolved, and like sometimes I'll just sit back and be like, wow, this is not the same person that I knew.
I like that. There should need to be a name or something. The evolution of Jay. I like that. I like that. Good job. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please pray for me. But truthfully, I've watched how I've evolved. I've watched how we evolved together. Our communication became stronger. How we deal with scenarios and situations, we learned how the other person needed for it to happen. And so I tell anybody, the greatest thing of 2020 for us was when we hopped up and left and went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Right.
Hands down. Hands down. So, guys, tell us about what Chaney Entertainment has going on. Because I've been watching.
Chaney Vision Entertainment.
Yes, because I've been watching.
He like, get it right. Chaney Vision.
I've been watching.
Get it right.
So look,
you saw one like this. Right. I'm not listening to him. I've been watching.
So Chaney Vision Entertainment is, I tell people all the time, I've had the experience of being on different sets. Of course, you know, people know HBO, Bounce TV, Netflix, BT. I've had an experience of being on these different sets, learning a lot of what goes on behind the scenes with directing, with producing, with lighting, with crew, with catering. I mean, anything you could think of. And I wanted to start my own company because it's cool to work for, you know, these big networks and learn as much as you can. Right. But it was something about starting my own company that made me say, okay, even with us being at the beginning stages, you know, this company not even being a year old yet. Right. I already was producing. I already was directing, but I had to form it into an LLC. So Chaney Vision Entertainment we're cranking out, you know, music. We're cranking out films, television. My first short film that I produced in Jacksonville, Florida, is called Truthless. And you know, along with, you know, my partner, Dr. Sean Powell from Powerful Productions, Mars 3045, and you know, my sister Robin Jones from Colossal Productions. We came together and I created a character. You know, I had a whole bunch of influence with casting it and, you know, co-directing. And this is the project this coming out in January, because I mean, when you think about it, everything that I got coming out in January is from another network or another platform. Like Saints and Sinners from Bounce TV is coming out. I got, you know, Secret Society with Biblical Fox coming out, you know, in theaters. So it's, you know, it's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, you know, with my own company and just establishing the company of this year. You know, Chaney Vision Entertainment was established this year in the pandemic, you know, and man, just being able to, you know, support other people's dreams. Right. Because I put a lot of, and I did that for a reason. I put a lot of actors and actresses in this project that people may not know, you know, like they know me, but at the same time, just being able to give back and say, look, here go a check, man, come through. This the project. I'm gonna cash you in this project. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot of hard work running my own company because I'm not just showing up, acting and going home. You know, like if I was to do somebody else's project. Right. I mean, I'm there starring in it. I'm behind the scenes. If it's a 17-hour day, I gotta be there the whole day. Even when the other actors gotta break and go home or whatever, I'm there from beginning to end. But I love it. You know, this is what I want. You know, I it's cool. Like I said, it's cool to work for other companies, but at the same time, I want to work for my own company. I'm gonna be my own entity. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be hearing about me in the next, they say 5 years, but you might be hearing about me next year. I don't know. No, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna shorten that 5-year plan up.
To the next couple months.
Shorten that up. Next year about the ball. I want Chaney Vision to take me $1 billion company tomorrow.
Right. Hey, listen, look, hey Trey, I got $1 million question. Why you
What's up?
Me? I can start on something. I can act. I'm pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty entertaining.
Jay, I'm telling you.
I'm pretty entertaining, Trey. I promise you.
Aisha, he's serious.
I won't let you down, bro. I would not let my brother down.
I'm gonna be real. It's gonna be something dope when I do call you. When I do call you, it's gonna be something that you're not even gonna hesitate and think about. Because I'm telling you, man, everybody that has ever, you know, showed love to me like you have, like Cash has, man. Anybody that's ever showed love, I'm gonna keep it real. Even if we don't speak every day or every week, whatever, I got something down the pipeline for sure. I don't forget nobody that is ever.
That's never been us anyway. We don't have to talk every day to know that you guys love us, and vice versa. Right. You dig what I'm saying? I don't get, I don't have.
But I had to say that.
Like, I
had to say that because a lot of people, they get us misconstrued. Like even y'all, they be like, oh, we ain't talk to them, we ain't do this. But people don't know the energy in the universe, man. Right. It all comes back full circle somehow.
Right.
We all need each other, at the end of the day. Right. And that's why I was so honored to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, people already know we family, but at the same time, they need to see what time it is. We on here toasting. I ain't never seen y'all drink on y'all show.
Exactly.
Right, you know what?
Never seen y'all do this.
I ain't smoking a cigar.
He's smoking.
And I said, I'm on here with family. Why not?
You had to.
Right.
You had to.
Why not? We celebrating life. You know what I mean? New holiday. We celebrating Black excellence. We celebrate that.
But
you know what? We celebrating life. We celebrating Black love. We celebrating Black excellence. We celebrating 2020 because we celebrate entrepreneurship because 2020 wasn't bad.
It was not bad at all. It was not bad at all.
A lot of people keep saying 2020 was bad. 2020 was the come up for all the hustlers. And the only way you could feel bad is if you wasn't hustling.
Right.
Exactly.
We was grinding. We was grinding the whole time.
Mm-hmm. You know what I love? I love that in the name of your company is Chaney Vision. And you created it in 2020, the year of vision, because really, I tell people all the time, 2020 was not bad at all. It was the year of vision. So it showed us things. It enlightened us on things that we, it removed things and, it aligned us with people that we were supposed to be.
Yes.
And it released the people that weren't supposed to be. And for your name to be Chaney Vision, and you started it in the year of vision, that says something, it really does. What I do want to say is, and I have to say this because I tell people this all the time, when I talk about Trey is the only corner boy who did not get killed. Hello.
Facts. I never
she went show it. Right. The only corner boy who did not get killed.
And everybody, The Wire goes down as one of the most legendary, historical, groundbreaking, critically acclaimed shows of all time.
Listen, yes.
I was blessed in 2001 to audition for that show.
Okay.
And when I got casted for 2002, we talking 18 years later. I'm gonna be honest. With The Wire and me being a hustler, I'll never not work. I mean, that's just real.
That's the
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Anybody,
talk that talk, bro.
Anybody that was on The Wire, anybody that was on The Wire that has a hustling mentality, we will never be without work. Period.
And we will always have money. We will always have money.
Always.
We were somewhere. We took a quick vacation, and in the midst of it, we're standing there, and we end up talking to someone who was, high up in the hotel, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, where are you guys from? And so we told him, and so first he started talking about how he loved homicide, right? And
I love homicide too.
Right. I said, oh yeah, I worked on the second season of Homicide, And so then he starts talking about The Wire. I was like, oh yeah, I definitely worked on The Wire. He was like, well, does it come back on? And I was like, yeah. And so now I'm sitting there thinking where he can find it. And he was like, I don't think so. I said, no, I know those checks that I get. So I know that it does.
Right.
I know that it does. And so then, but he was just talking about how, I loved it. Blase. And I know even in us preparing for this interview, I had people hitting me up saying, oh my God, we love Pooh. And I was like, well, he's Kendrick from Saints and Sinners. Oh my God, that's right. Kendrick. They're the same person. I'm like, they really are.
Because I was what, 20, 21 when I started The Wire. I'm 39, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's a story with that. After The Wire ended in 2008, didn't get considered what you consider mainstream for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? It ended in 2008, but the buzz I created on the streets in Washington D.C., which I still have the buzz to this day. I was I was out the trunk of my car selling my own merch.
Right.
Wow.
You know, I was getting with independent filmmakers in DC, Baltimore. I was still coming to Be More from 2008 to 2014, shooting independent films with cats that, you know, direct films, produce films in Be More, Cali, New York, DC. I was getting it out the mud. You understand what I'm saying? So when Bounce TV finally called my man George Pierre, the casting director for Saints and Sinners, it was almost like a full circle moment. It was the moment that helped people to understand, if you never give up, this is what happens. It's like a whole rebranding situation. Oh, and I know everybody's seen it because I keep getting calls. I'm on a billboard in Times Square right now in New York City.
Oh, so someone said, you know what? I was going to talk about that. I was going to talk about that because our mutual friend, Dion, actually mentioned that. He was like, he was like, I left my office and I think I saw Trey. And I was like, for real? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm almost certain that I saw him. And I was like, well, he's in Atlanta and I don't think he's doing any films in New York. And he was like, well, I'm going to look again and I'll let you know. And so I was going to ask the question because he said it to me. I was like, Trey didn't tell me, so I don't know, but okay.
Yeah, so let me tell y'all what happened. My brother Richard Young Ra Brown, we call him Young Ra. I casted him as the character Trav in my film Truthless. Amazing guy, amazing artist, one of the dopest coming from out of Detroit. He, you know, me and him we connected. Energy level, his music is dope. He's a great actor. And he connected me with Cult of Individuality, the clothing line. And I had my brother Lizelle Brown do a photo shoot. And when these pictures started surfacing around, Cult of Individuality reached out and we established a nice partnership. And now anybody that's in New York City, Times Square, I got a billboard in New York City, Times Square right now that you're going to see for the next month or 2 months. But I never imagined that would, you know, and I'm not saying I don't believe in myself, but it's certain things that happen for me that I'd be like, man, that's only the universe. That's only God.
It's only God.
That's only God doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what that is. You know, so now, and they promote my single, One of a Kind.
I know that's right. I know
Jay
that's
Claxton,
right.
Jay Claxton started spinning that joint during IG Live on Jay Claxton's show, and I was like, this is what it is.
We got to figure some things out, Trey. We got to get back to it. I know you're busy, but we got to get back to the music. We got to figure some things out.
I'm going back to the studio. I'll be back soon. Right now, I'm just busy trying to be
I got to maybe produce something for you. I got to get something together.
So listen, guys, first and foremost, thank you for spending, you know, this Wednesday night before Christmas with us. But towards the end of the show, we always play a game. I ask 2 questions and Jay asks a question. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I'm going to ask the question. I'll give you the example, but you two have to answer it to each other. Okay. So, so my first question is, my favorite thing you do for me is, okay? So for instance, for me, my favorite thing that Jay does for me is that Jay protects me. And Jay, he knows how to calm me. Jay knows how to make everything just perfect for me, you know? So Trey, wait a minute. Jay, what's your favorite thing I do for you? Wait, I need to hear this answer first.
That you have helped me be a better man. There's some growth that has came with me and you play a big part in that.
Thank you.
Why was you trying to test me or something? Because she acted like she was trying to test me. What you gonna say?
Like that way.
Like, what you mean? You can't test me.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all today, I had a challenging day, and when I got in a car with him, everything was okay. Like he just made everything okay. I had to test you. I had to make sure. So Trey, you first, and you have to look at Aisha. You first, Aisha. Okay.
Well, you guys. Y'all got me with this one. Look, I'm always in front of camera, but all right. So my favorite thing, it's my favorite thing that you do for me.
Yes.
All right. My favorite thing that you do for me is you've helped me to become more independent. Meaning, if it was something that I needed to figure out, you've helped me to understand that I can figure it out on myself. And anything that I want to accomplish or achieve, I can do it by putting my heart and soul into it. That's my favorite thing that she's done for me.
Okay.
Aisha.
And my favorite thing that you do for me is make me feel loved, safe, and secure, and comfortable. All the time.
Oh.
Okay, get a room, guys. No.
There's a lot of that to go on. A lot of that.
Here's the second question. I knew I loved you when. Okay. So
I got that. You ready?
So for me, okay. So let me just say this. I've known that I loved him, but I'm gonna use a moment, okay, instead of when it first happened. So for me, I'll say I knew I loved you when I was willing to give up the contract that I had for you.
Which I told you.
I know.
Told you not to.
Get the bag, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the bag.
I couldn't. If I decided to get the bag, then I couldn't get the bag without. I couldn't get the bag without you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
So listen.
No, we won't talk about that. Just answer the question. You knew
I still would have benefited from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I mean?
All money ain't good money.
That's true. You put me on the spot with that one.
Really?
Because I don't really know specific moments, but I know that when I felt like I had to be there for you was when I realized that, I loved you. It was you were going through something and I had to come and check on you, and I had to be there for you because I felt like the people around you or the people that were close to you or the family wasn't there for you like they were supposed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. That's why I'm sitting there looking at you.
All right, well,
I'll find out.
It's cool, but I'm just saying that's what it was. Like, I'm like, I'm checking, I'm going above and beyond. No, I'm doing a bunch of working and dancing and you know what I mean? Just to make sure you was good. You know what I mean? So that's
when I got diagnosed?
No.
Right, okay.
So now we gotta keep the energy going, producer. We gotta keep the energy going.
He's the director.
Okay, but this don't have nothing to do with it. This don't have nothing to do with it.
I'm sorry.
All right, so now present the question again, please.
I knew I loved you when. Aisha, you knew you loved Trey when?
I knew I loved Trey, our first conversation on the phone.
Wow.
Go ahead, stick your chest out, Trey.
I need to know what you said in
that conversation. Stick your chest out, Trey.
No, you know what? No, I mean,
we talked for like 5 hours, 4 hours.
4 in the morning?
Yeah, that's tough.
It is.
That's tough. That's tough to talk to anybody that you just met for 5 hours.
Right.
But no. So I had mine. I knew I loved you when we first met in August of 2002 at VIP at the club when you introduced yourself, and you know we talked to each other. When you were getting ready to walk away, when I grabbed your hand, I knew I loved you.
Oh wow!
And I always say that. I always tell her that, and we joke a lot. No, we joke a lot about it.
Right.
But to be honest, I knew I loved you. I didn't, because I haven't let her go yet.
Right.
Not is the yet is not saying yet is going to be, but I have not let her go.
We got you.
So I'm gonna add one more question.
I've always been in love with her. Period. I always told Aisha it would have been hard for another woman if we wasn't married for 16 years and we were separate. It would have been hard for another woman because I would have still been with her. I would have been trying to be with her.
He's saying he would have cheated on.
I would have cheated on another woman. Yeah.
Okay.
Period.
But I
wanted this energy. I want this energy all the time.
Say that.
Every day, I want this energy, and it would have been hard for any other woman if it wouldn't have worked out. If she wouldn't have been my wife for 15 years, if we wouldn't have had 2 kids and a granddaughter, it would have been hard for another woman because I always want Aisha Chaney's energy.
Because she set the bar.
You know what? I have one more question, but I'm gonna comment on what you said. I used to tell him it will be hard for anybody to be with you because before everything really transpired, he would say stuff to me like, "I love you, but I like somebody else." That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. And I said to him, I was like, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Like, you sit up there talk about you love me, but you like somebody else. Boy, it will be difficult for any other, like the way Jay, before anything ever happened, the way Jay took care of me, impossible.
Yeah.
Okay. Impossible. So I'm gonna add one question, and it is this: I really knew you loved me when. So for me, my answer, no, because I thought about that when you were talking. But you know, when I really knew you loved me, when we had that moment after we had moved to Atlanta, we had a moment in the second bedroom, and I saw all of you.
All right.
What?
I just said okay.
What?
I just said okay.
Okay, what? I didn't finish my discussion.
You can leave it right there.
I wasn't going to leave it right there.
Right.
I wasn't going to go any further. I was just going to say I was able to see Jay and James. And I always talk about the fact that they're 2 different people, just like I'm sure Aisha would say it's 2 different people from Trey's government and Trey. They're 2 different people. And it was at that moment that I saw, I really, even though I talk about it, I really saw both people. Okay. And that was for me.
Okay.
You can't reciprocate. Okay.
No, thank you. Thank you. I don't know what I was. You were supposed to answer what I just said.
No, go ahead. He can't reciprocate.
No, we good. We good.
He can't say when he knew he. Go ahead. I'll let you guys.
So my thing is, I really knew you loved me, and before I get into the whole thing, I'm big on surprising my wife. I'm the guy who I set the tone for planning stuff, surprising her, stuff that I know she'll love. But sometimes surprises can come in a way where you might not be so surprised, and it might not make you feel good. Right. And my thing was, I knew that she loved me when I made some bad decisions financially with money, with a lot of money. Right. And I made some bad decisions with, some credit cards and some crazy stuff. And at first I'm not going to say it was an argument, whatever it was a conversation. But after the conversation was over, I knew she loved me because I was feeling down, and she didn't kick me while I was down.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like, you know what? You made the mistake. We're gonna deal with it, and we're gonna act like we're never gonna act like it never happened, because it happened. But she said we're gonna deal with it, and we're gonna keep it moving and get through it. And that was the end of it. And I knew right there, because I did some stuff with, you know, with some money that wasn't cool for the family. You know, they could have really, I could have did other things, you know, but the whole time we was having fun. And I'm like, oh, well, we was having fun off this money, but now, you know, I don't got it no more. And she like, well, what did you do? And I'm like, well, this is what I did. I came out and told her later on without being upfront.
Mm-hmm.
So when she says, okay, we went through it, just we're not going to ever let it happen again, and we're going to get past it.
Right.
And that's when I knew. I said, yeah, she loves me, because I don't know what another one would have been like, nah, I'm gone. I'm done with you. Because I did some crazy stuff, man. Right. But it was cool. It was cool though for when I was doing it. I was blowing a lot of money for nothing.
Been there.
And you know, and you know, money can mess a relationship up.
Yeah.
Money can change you. Money can have a relationship like a marriage that could have ended in a divorce.
Right.
Because a lot was at stake. A lot was moving here. A lot was at stake. You know, but at the end of the day, it's so crazy because money makes the world go round, and that money came back, baby. That money back. Like ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that was a lesson. That was a lesson for me to, like, I'm never gonna make my wife feel like that again, because I seen how that hurt her. Me, I didn't think of it like that. I'm like, well, we was just, you know, we was having fun. But when it came down to serious business, I was broke. You know what I'm saying? I had nothing.
Right.
And she could have helped me get to that next level with what I was trying to do.
Right.
Right.
You know.
Right. Listen, I understand.
Yeah.
Just know that I've been there on more than one occasion, so I got you. I definitely understand. I understand. So, before we let you go, before we have you do your shameless plug, before we have you again ask everybody how they can follow you, what you got going on, anything that you have going on, if they want to see all of that. Before we get to that part, I don't necessarily ask relationship questions. That's not really my forte. You know what I'm saying? But what I will ask you guys is this, and it's going to take you a minute, or it may not take you a minute. Trey, I want you to tell me your top five favorite shows of all time, TV shows.
Okay.
And you have a 6-man off the bench, right? And Aisha, I want you to tell me your top 5 movies of all time, and you can have one off the bench. All right, you have one off the bench. So it's interesting to see that, because I feel like movies kind of tell something about you. Like it kind of tells something about you and how you think and what you like. You know what I mean? So go ahead. Actually, ladies first.
Okay.
Go ahead, baby.
Number 1, Coming to America.
Okay.
Claudine.
What was the second one?
Claudine.
Okay. All right.
The third is Terms of Endearment. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Right. No, I've seen it once, but it's not like one of my classics.
It's old.
Right.
Yeah.
One of my classics, but I'm familiar with Terms of Endearment.
The Notebook.
Okay.
That one get us all the time.
What is my 5th? Officer and a Gentleman.
That's your 5th. That's the 5.
No, he said off the bench. I get one off the bench, right?
Yes, you do. You do.
Ooh, that's tough right there. and Boomerang.
Wow. Hell yeah.
All right, now what was it? What was the 6?
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Okay, Boomerang. Classic.
Okay.
Classic.
You know, I feel like I'm such a tomboy after listening to Aisha's. Yo, I'm such a tomboy.
Like Coming to America, Boomerang is in my classics.
Yeah,
but
Notebook is above my pay grade. Notebook is above my pay grade
because Jay has no emotions.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he has no emotions. He has no emotions.
But
I feel like such a tomboy because all of like outside of Coming to America, well, Boomerang's not in my classics, but outside of Coming to America, everything else is like action and shoot 'em up, like Belly and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Let me see. And Coming to America is definitely top 5. Beach Street.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're right.
Love that.
Scarface.
This is why I say I feel like I'm a tomboy.
Scarface, and I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite movies is Trading Places.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that film. I love that film. Eddie Murphy is all up in there.
Yeah, definitely. And I thought Rush Hour series was hilarious as well. To me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was to me, I thought Chris and Jackie was hilarious to me.
Perfect, man.
You know what I'm saying? I thought they were hilarious to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Trey, your top 5 TV shows went off the bench.
So the top 5 TV shows for me, The Wire.
Okay. It should be.
The Wire, Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
The Walking Dead.
Oh my God. Okay.
Power. Yeah, okay. Power. And my 6 is the show I'm on, Saints and Sinners.
Say that. You got to talk about the ones that got you the bag.
Yeah.
No, the ones that got me the bag are number 1 shows. That's the crazy thing. Like, I'm not sitting up here online saying, hey, well, you know, we got canceled. Nah, I'm on number 1 joints. Like the number 1 joints that the whole world watches. I'm blessed to be a part of that. So you got The Wire, Breaking Bad, Power, The Walking Dead, Sons of Anarchy, and the 6th one, Saints and Sinners.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, we watching this new joint now called Your Honor with Bryan Cranston. Man, this joint, anything that catches me and Aisha's emotional, like anything that makes me and Aisha like, this is pulling our emotional strings.
Right.
That's the show. Anything that can take us there, like when we go to bed and we wake up talking about it the next day, that's the show. Sons of Anarchy was the first show to actually do that to me. Okay. I mean, I'm talking about like when you look at the characters and you're like, and Walking Dead. Walking Dead was the joints that made you look and say, no, they're not going to kill the main character, and then they killed the main character.
Okay,
and then you like, where does it go from there?
Right.
Then it goes to whoever else.
Yeah, my stuff is mostly comedies, but I feel like I've told people that already. So I'm gonna try to tell. Let me see: Sanford and Son, Cosby Show. Dukes of Hazzard, unfortunately, I'm sorry. It was what I didn't know what the Confederate flag was on top of the car.
You almost let me spit my drink out.
I had no clue what that flag meant. I didn't know. Nobody told me that.
I can't say anything because you know that's one of my favorite shows.
Nobody told me.
The what?
Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince. Dave Chappelle. And 6 2.5 Men, and I think my order is off a little bit, but 2.5 Men with Charlie Sheen was hilarious because I felt like he was playing himself.
It was real funny.
I thought he was playing himself, which made it. He really lived that character. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He really lived that character. So listen, I am not going to hold you guys. We're not going to hold you guys too much longer. I want you guys to do any shameless plugs. What the both of you have going on, how they can follow you.
So right now, my main thing for everybody that's watching, please follow the Truthless IG page. That's my new short film, my first short film out the gate. Everything else that I'm on, yeah, definitely. But Truthless, that's my joint. And I want everybody to follow that page, man, and just, you know, keep supporting Saints and Sinners. Keep supporting all my other projects that's coming out, Secret Society. But Truthless that's my baby right now. And, you know, I co-directed it, I produced it, I casted the joint. And I'm telling you, this character, Omar Green, is getting ready. I created the character, Omar Green, aka OG. I created this character, and I know people, they're gonna love it. The streets gonna love it, the women gonna love it. I mean, everybody's y'all gonna love it for what the joint is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's me.
Right. Aisha?
Just my IG.
Just her being a great wife and mother and a good grandmother. Just her being everything to me. Follow my baby.
So look, we thank you for taking time.
Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's holiday is a day or two away.
Y'all know it's past my bedtime.
Yeah,
I know. Me and Trey said we were only gonna do 30 minutes, and look, we did an hour.
Yeah.
Cash, you know what? You got me. Because I said, you know, when we get to talking though, y'all family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
look, I done forgot what time
it was. We don't even care.
I'm telling you, but Aisha, I put it on him earlier today when he asked me, and he was like, okay, well, let's do 30 minutes. I said, well, you know, that's up to you. It depends on how you talk. And I told him.
Well, you know what? It is what it is. It just happens. You know what I mean? And again, you're giving great information and great content.
And some conversations are just natural.
You know what I mean? You can't really put a time on that. But again, I want to thank y'all so much for taking time to spend with us and spend with everybody that will see this, that is on the pod now, that will look at it, you know, on Facebook Live and YouTube. Thank you so much. And from us, you know, I just want to tell, you know, you guys and everybody else, please protect your circle and protect your energy. You do not have to give everything. You don't have to say something all the time. If you see it, you know, you don't like it, back off. You do not have to, you know, like Dave Chappelle said in the show, "Where keeping it real goes wrong." You don't even have to say it. Just back up and protect your energy, protect your circle. And happy Wednesday, happy holidays. Thank y'all so much.
Same to y'all, man.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Love and Business Online with the Chaneys, Trey and Aisha. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Love is love.
All right.